Hi there, it's finally here, IBM Cloud Private version 2.1.0.1. So what's new, you might ask? Well, before I get into that, let's quickly cover some bases. Now, you might recall that at the core of the IBM Cloud Private product are three main open source technologies: Docker, Kubernetes, and Helm. For our 2.1.0.1 release, we have upgraded the orchestrator component Kubernetes to version 1.8.3. For more details on what's changed in Kubernetes 1.8.3, you can check out the Kubernetes release notes on GitHub. I'll drop the link down below. One of the first things you might want to do after installation is to set up kubectl. Now, kubectl is needed to manage a Kubernetes environment from the command line. With version 2.1.0.1, the location of our package kubectl has changed. Updated instructions are available from the docs. However, I will quickly demo the new setup. First, I will log on to a node in the cluster. Here I will use my master node. Next, I will get the instructions from the IBM Cloud Private Knowledge Center. So here I'll search for kubectl. Select the accessing IBM Cloud Private using kubectl. Now from here, you'll notice that you have two options to extract the kubectl binary. You can either get it from the IBM Cloud Private installer, or you can get it from the Kubernetes, download it directly from Kubernetes. Here I will use the installer. So I'm using a standard x86 setup. So I will copy this first command and run it on my master node. Then I'll navigate to the console, and from the user profile section, I'll go to the configure client and get the configuration details for kubectl and run that one from my master node. And that's it. Kubectl should now be ready for use. We can quickly test this by running a few basic kubectl commands. So we can do like kubectl get namespaces. Yep, and there it is. It works. Okay, now that we've covered the basics, how about we look at some more visual changes to the platform? First new addition is an About button under the user profile section that contains version and other product information. Okay, so if you're coming from 2.1.0 or you just happen to watch my 2.1.0 video, you will see that a few menu options have moved around or changed. The catalog, for one, has gotten a promotion. Security and admin are now combined under the Manage tab. Tools is now renamed to Command Line Tools, while newcomers, configuration, and network access are now available. This menu redesign facilitates better alignment between features and functions. Let me show you what I mean. For example, Docker images are binaries that contain all the requirements for running a container in a Docker environment, while Helm charts contain all the requirements for configuring and deploying applications in a Kubernetes environment. Essentially, both deliver a ready-to-deploy solution, so we have a one-stop shop for that in the newly promoted Catalog tab. Now, once deployments are running, you might want to monitor these deployments or create new deployments. For that, you have the Workloads tab. Oh, and with 2.1.0.1, you can now filter your deployments by namespace. It's all nice to have these deployments up and running, but how do I provide external access to these applications while still maintaining a way to manipulate backend components on the fly? For that, we need a service. And to do that, we have the Network Access tab. From the new configuration section, you can, for a lack of a better term, configure the pods in your Kubernetes environment by setting things like pod environment variables using config maps or creating scaling policies for your pods. The platform section has not changed much. This is still the section for maintaining system-level resources such as storage, review node activity, set up new system alerts, monitoring, and metering services. In 2.1.0.1, for metering, you can now download a CSV version of your metering reports. We've also introduced two new default dashboards in the Grafana UI. Security and admin combine to deliver the new Manage section. From here, you can manage system-level access and add new users to your cluster. For 2.1.0.1, repository is renamed to Helm repository, and we have enhanced the integration for Microsoft Active Directory services. This concludes our 2.1.0.1 What's New video. For more details, check out the What's New section of the IBM Cloud Private Knowledge Center.